So this 15-year-old kid puts a blammer to a man's head and pulls the trigger. And you want to know the craziest part? His 22-year-old married girlfriend planned the whole thing. Now, this story starts with this kid, Billy. Billy's just your average high schooler, bored out of his mind at some mandatory drug awareness assembly they're forcing all the students to sit through. But then, bam! He spots this absolute pretty woman running the whole event. This woman, Pamela, she's 22, and Billy is immediately obsessed. After the assembly, Billy works up the courage to talk to her, and what do you know? They both have this weird obsession with 80s hair metal bands. But anyway, they hit it off and start hanging out as friends. Yeah, right, friends. So Pamela, she's married to this guy, Greg. They've only been married for like a year, but their marriage is already a complete disaster. And then one day, boom, Pamela finds out Greg's been cheating on her. She's absolutely devastated. But instead of just getting a divorce like a normal person, she's freaking out because she doesn't want to lose her house and her dog and whatever else. And then, because this story wasn't messy enough already, Pamela starts hooking up with Billy. This grown married woman is smashing with a 15-year-old kid. And this isn't just some one-time thing. They're hooking up for weeks. But Pamela starts getting paranoid that Greg's going to find out she's sleeping with this high school kid. She's thinking, if Greg discovers what's happening, he could divorce me and I'd lose everything. So what does she do? She comes up with this insane plan to get rid of Greg. And when I say get rid of, I don't mean like sending him on a long vacation. Meanwhile, I'm sure Greg's over here like, hey babe, I'm working late tonight, while he's actually out cheating, completely clueless that his wife is plotting his murder with her teenage boyfriend. Yikes! So Pamela starts feeding Billy all this garbage about how Greg is abusive and how she can't leave him because he'd retaliate. And she keeps dropping these hints like, I just wish someone would take care of him for good. And Billy, this kid who's so in love and clearly thinking with the wrong head, is like, say less, I got you. But here's where it gets even more insane. Billy realizes he doesn't have the balls to kill someone by himself, so he recruits his friend Patrick. That's right, he's out here putting together a whole murder squad. And Pamela, she's not just sitting back. She's micromanaging the whole operation, planning everything out, and sets the date, May 1st. May 1st comes around, and Billy and Patrick break into Greg and Pamela's condo. They trash the whole place to make it look like a robbery. Then they hide in the dark, waiting for Greg like some discount horror movie villains. Eventually, Greg pulls up, parks his car, and walks through the front door, completely unaware he's walking into a trap. Immediately, Billy grabs him from behind, while Patrick pulls out a knife. They force this poor guy down to his knees, and then bang! Billy shoots him in the head. Where did they even get the blammer? Anyway, just like that, a man's life ended because his wife wanted to keep her condo and keep smashing her teenage boyfriend. Later that night, Pamela comes home and discovers Greg's body. And this woman deserves an Oscar because she acts all shocked and traumatized, calls the police, the whole 9 yards. The investigation goes on for weeks with no arrests. Pamela probably thinking she got away with the perfect crime. But these dumb high school kids can't keep their mouths shut to save their lives. Billy, Patrick, and their friends start talking about the murder at school. Like, are you kidding me? You commit a whole murder and then just casually mention it in the cafeteria? Eventually, one of their classmates is like, I think I should tell someone about this, and tips off the police. The police bring in Billy and Patrick for questioning, and these two fold faster than a lawn chair. They confess to everything, including the fact that Pamela was the mastermind behind it all. Now, the police know Pamela's involved, but they need actual proof. It's just Billy and Patrick's word against hers. And that's when they learn about this girl, Cecilia. Cecilia's this 16-year-old who works as Pamela's student intern and is somehow friends with her too, because apparently Pamela just enjoys hanging out with high schoolers. The police approach Cecilia and put pressure on her until she cracks. She admits she knew about the murder plot the whole time, and in exchange for immunity, she agrees to wear a wire to get Pamela's confession. So Cecilia meets up with Pamela, and boom! Pamela incriminates herself on tape. She spilled everything. The police arrest her immediately. And here's Pamela's mugshot, looking like she just realized her whole life is over. Here's Billy's mugshot, looking like he can't believe his high school love affair ended with a murder charge. And of course, here's Patrick's mugshot, probably wondering why he ever agreed to help with this mess in the first place. Pamela goes to trial, gets found guilty, and gets life in prison. Billy and Patrick both cooperated with the authorities and each got 40 years. But they only served 25 years before being released.